Hey guys, how's everybody doing today? So I'm gonna talk about a few things. I'm definitely gonna update you guys on how I'm doing. I want to talk about a few things that have been on my mind that I wanted to do like a separate video for, but then decided not to. I just feel like it's better for me to do my videos the way that I always do them, which is to have pretty much a conversation with you guys about, what I've been feeling and, different things like that. As you guys can tell, my appearance is definitely different. I cut my hair. I really had no choice though. I was just losing way too much hair. So I had to cut it and start kind of fresh. So this is like my new kind of style. I also have lost some more weight. I really don't remember what the weight from the last time was, but I am now down to 172. My weight fluctuates to 175, 172, depending on whether I've used the bathroom or not, which is, I know, kind of gross, but at the end of the day, it is part of this journey. So, like I said, it fluctuates up and down. So currently I weighed myself right before I did this video. I was 172. And, I'll definitely speak more about that at the update at the end of the video. But again, please, if you like this video, subscribe to it. And here we go. So today I went to my therapist appointment because, they have to do a reevaluation every 6 months of how the progress is going. And the reason I bring this appointment up is because things that were said to me in that appointment made me very uncomfortable. Like, as she was going through my stuff, and just confirming the diagnosis that I have, she kept making a comment like, oh, you have so many diagnoses, but you look so healthy, your skin is glowing, and just making all these comments. And I'm just like, yeah, but what you see on the outside isn't what's going on in the inside. And I feel like that's the basically opinion of everybody that kind of sees us, and knows that we have all these diagnoses on paper, but when they see us in person, it's more like, are they lying? Like, are they faking it? So there's a couple of things that I want to touch upon that I've just read in groups and, like I said, doctor's appointments and stuff like that. So the first one is, just because we don't look sick doesn't mean we are not sick. Okay. As you guys may know, you guys know my diagnosis. I suffer from gastroparesis. I suffer from fibromyalgia. I suffer from diabetes. I have asthma. And then today, my confirmations were I was diagnosed with bipolar, generalized anxiety disorder, suicidal ideations, which I don't know why she put that in a separate column that goes with depression, but she did. She said it's part of my bipolar, but she wanted to put it in a separate column. So those are my three, not new because I kind of been dealing with this since I was a teenager, but new because they kept changing my diagnosis. So I guess that's that. But with her comment, it made me feel uncomfortable, and it made me feel like basically shying away from speaking about how sick I really am, just because I look, not healthy, but I pretty much don't look as sick as my paperwork says. And that's really sad because we try to portray ourselves in the best light because of how sick we are. We try to get people to see the good side instead of constantly thinking about our illnesses, constantly thinking about how sick we are. So we try to put our best face forward, and it sometimes backfires on us because people then start thinking that we're faking it. People start thinking that we can't be as sick as we are. And it's not even that. It's just that, it gets tiring being sick. So you want to feel normal, even if it's for a second, so you put makeup, you get dressed, you go outside, and you may feel good at that moment, and then boom, you get home and it's like your body's like, what the hell did you just do to me? you know. So that's like something that bothers me. So I really need people to understand that just because we don't look sick doesn't mean that we're not sick. It just means that we're putting our best foot forward and choosing to not let our illness define us. We're choosing to pretty much say, you know what, fuck you, illness. Today you're not gonna put me down. Today you're not gonna make me feel like crap. I'm gonna fight against you, and I'm gonna put my best foot forward. So please think twice before you tell someone who's chronically sick that they don't look sick. Okay? Second thing that I've been seeing on the blogs, I'm a former tubie. Okay, I had a jejunostomy tube, feeding tube put in December, and I had it taken out in May when I had the gastric bypass done. So a lot of the judgments that I've been seeing is that just because you're on a feeding tube, you can't eat orally. And that people who are eating orally are faking needing a feeding tube. Okay, again, that's just bullshit. Okay, doctors put in feeding tubes because you're not meeting your nutritional needs. Okay, so at the point of me needing a feeding tube, I wasn't able to take in anything. My stomach needed a break, and I gave it that. 2 months into me having my feeding tube, I started eating orally again. Now, I wasn't eating enough to sustain my body because it was already malnourished. Okay, so I was eating things like soup, and I was eating things like pureed, you know, like meats. I was eating pureed, whatever I could eat, I was eating pureed and in a like a soupy consistency. But there were days that I wanted a French fry, and guess what? I ate a French fry. You know, I did not eat anything, and it wasn't fried because I wasn't allowed to eat fried, but it was baked, but it was still a freaking French fry. And unless I tell you that it's baked, you won't know. You'll think automatically that it's fried. So a lot of the judgments that I've been seeing is that, oh, people see you eating something and automatically you're faking needing a feeding tube. Like, first of all, I'm sorry, and I know there's people that fake it, but not a lot of people fake getting a feeding tube. That's not a surgery that's just taken like off of a whim and just been like, oh, let me just insert a feeding tube into her. No, I had to fight for months and months, and I had to like show them how bad I really was and needing it. And it wasn't like I didn't want it to look pretty, and I wasn't trying to dress it all up and do all of that. It was sustaining my life. It was a lifesaver for me. It was something that, you know what, I did my formula, I did my fluids through there, which was my Pedialyte and water, and there were days that I still ate orally. Okay, that did not mean I was faking my illness. That did not mean that I was faking needing the feeding tube. That was just through my doctor's suggestion for me to continue trying to eat so that my esophagus and my stomach was still getting worked out. If it came to a point where I still wasn't able to tolerate eating, then I was going to permanently stop. But I still tried. I'm only human. I know what food tastes like. I know that it can be delicious and good, and I'm still going to try it. I'm not going to try to make myself sick, but I'm still going to try to orally eat. So I really wish that people would stop judging those who are on feeding tubes that can still try to eat orally. Yes, a big percentage cannot eat orally, but some of us still can or could. Okay, that's like basically another thing that I just needed to debunk. Pretty much, it's like a myth, like, oh, automatically you have a feeding tube so you can't eat. That's not true. Sometimes your stomach just needs a break, and sometimes your body is just telling you like no, but then your body's telling you, you know what, let's try just a little bit. So people, please stop judging those that are on feeding tubes and they can eat, because it's not fair. What it's doing is shutting them down and not allowing them to speak. Okay, number 3, again, I think I said that previously in another video, but I guess I need to re-say it. Just because we have gastroparesis does not mean that we're gonna be thin. Okay, there are a lot of overweight people with gastroparesis. That does not mean that they're stuffing their face 24/7. Okay, sometimes depending on people's metabolism, what happens is, because they're not eating what they're supposed to be, their body starts storing whatever they are eating and holding on to it, which makes them gain weight. If they're on a liquid diet, what ends up happening is that their body retains the liquid, so it makes them gain weight. Okay? But it does not mean that they're stuffing their face, or they're fat pigs, or they're fucking faking what they have just because they're overweight. The reason I am as skinny as I am right now is both the GP and the gastric bypass. Both of those things combined is what's gotten me down to this weight. My doctor doesn't want me to lose any more weight. She's afraid, and so am I, because I'm out of options. That's it. The gastric bypass was my last option, because I refuse to have my stomach completely taken out. So that's the only reason why I'm this thin. Okay? Is because of those two combinations. But there are a lot of people that that cannot lose weight regardless of what they do. So people, please stop judging people who are overweight. So those are like my top 3 that I can think off the top of my head, you know, that people judge upon. So please, let's stop judging those who are sick. Unless you walked in their shoes, unless you're with them every single day, please stop thinking that you know everything. Educate yourself. You know, I told the psychiatrist today, she needs to educate herself on different illnesses before she speaks upon what she does not know. Okay? So that's that. And now onto my update. Hold on 1 second. Alexa, stop. So my update is actually a pretty good one. So as you heard me say, I'm currently 172. I had my gastric bypass May 2nd or May 4th, somewhere around there. It was the beginning of May, or May 1st. Brain fog is a bitch right now, so I'm so sorry, but I did have it in May, and I was 211 when I went into surgery. I'm currently 172 again. Sorry for repeating it. And I've honestly been able to eat. It's not a lot, but I am so super fucking happy and so super proud that I'm able to eat anything. And I've been doing 1/4 cup servings 3 to 4 times a day of just different things. Mashed potatoes. I eat a lot of vegetables now, so that's like my main staple. I eat a lot of broccoli, I eat a lot of asparagus. So that's really part of that 1/4. And then I'll eat meat. I've been able to do steak, which is like freaking amazing. I've been able to do some chicken, depends on how I cook it, doesn't make me sick. I've been able to do pot roast. I still can't do too much turkey. I still can't do too much pork. Like, pork makes me sick 100%. But I've been able to eat, and that's amazing to me. And I've been drinking a lot. So that's, you know, I honestly can say I look okay. Like, I look good, you know. And to be honest, it's been a long, almost 6 months. November makes 6 months since my surgery. It's been a long, horrible, hard road, but I am so blessed. My diabetes numbers are amazing. They're within the 115 range. I haven't had it any higher than 120, which is amazing. My A1C came back to 5.5, which is in normal range. And of course, we still have to keep an eye on it because of the gastroparesis, but to me, that is just like amazing. Now, the bad part of losing all the weight is pretty much that my fibromyalgia is really bad. Like, for some reason, it hurts worse now that I've lost the weight. I have a lot of bony areas, so that is like hard on me. Like my tailbone in the back, oh my god, it really hurts. My legs hurt worse. I've been cutting myself when I shave because there's like a bone that I didn't have there when my legs were chubbier, and my cuts are taking longer to heal for some reason. as you guys can, like, you guys can't really see it, but like my collarbone is like right here. My shoulders are really like bony. So it's a lot of aches and a lot of joint pain and a lot of that, but that's the only like bad part. I still do occasionally use a scooter in the store if I have to, because I do walk with my cane. I was able to get a wheelchair, which I only use for distances if needed, but it's a good necessity to have, especially when you're suffering with so much pain. And that's really it. Like, honestly, I just feel like if it continues this way, it's gonna be progress, and that to me is the most amazing thing and the best thing ever that I can go through or feel. I'm very happy with it. I'm still very sick. I mean, there's days where I can't, you know, get out of bed or anything like that. But I'm not going to harp on those. Like, I'm not going to focus on just the negative. I'm going to focus on the good. And I want my videos to portray that. I want my videos to show good and bad. And, you know, what is saying that I'm doing something and if not speaking about the good just because I feel people are going to judge me because I'm able to eat, or even able to eat little bits, or I'm able to actually, you know, move around. You know, I'm trying to embrace and appreciate the good days and the bad days, and I really wish that everybody else would do so. I really wish that people wouldn't be afraid to say, you know what, I'm having a great day today, let me speak on it. I'm having a wonderful day today, you know, let me speak on it. I want to touch upon something very quickly, which is not to start drama or anything else, but I feel really bad because I've gotten messages from people not understanding the whole Raven Walton situation with Big Brother, and how she, I would say, like, just embellished a lot, just lied, you know, made a lot of things out that weren't. She named illnesses that I was like, what the hell is she talking about? She did things, you know, and I just want to say that that's just one person in the community, and she may have felt as if that's what she was going through. You know, we don't know what was going on in her head because she's never really spoken about it. But at the end of the day, that's not everybody in the community. That's not what everybody goes to do. That's not what how everybody carries themselves. That's not how everybody puts themselves out there. So just because you feel one person lied, or I feel one person lied, doesn't mean that the whole community has to pay the price for that. We all need to advocate for this illness. We all need to make sure that everybody knows that every situation is different. Everybody goes to gastroparesis differently. Not one story may be the same, you know. Yes, we may have similarities, but not one story is exactly alike. We don't go through things exactly alike. So I need everybody to please remember that, and don't think that we're liars or we're fakers just because you saw one person doing it. It's a community of over 5 million, and we all need to embrace each other and help each other and just do the best by each other. So I love every one of you that supports me, watches my videos, and helps me get the word out there. And please continue being great and continue being awesome, because that's all we got in this world, is how we present ourselves. So I hope everybody has a great day, and please, if you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for new videos. I'm trying my best to do weeklies, sometimes monthlies, but it all depends on how I feel and, you know, what my day is like. So have a great day, everybody. Bye.